Flowing like water. It sounds poetic, doesn't it? But beneath those simple words lies one of the deepest teachings of Taoism, Wu Wei, the art of effortless living. Lao Tzu once said, "Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water. Yet for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it." Water doesn't struggle. It doesn't force its way through the rocks. It simply finds a path around them. It moves where there is space. And in doing so, it shapes mountains. That's the power of Wu Wei. To act without resistance. To live without fighting against the natural rhythm of life. But let's be honest. Most of us were taught the opposite. We were told that to get what we want, we have to push, strive, hustle, control. We were told that success comes from effort. And yet, have you ever noticed how exhausting that can be? We try so hard to make life bend to our will. And in the process, we forget how to flow. Lao Tzu invites us to return to the simplicity of water. To let life move through us instead of against us. He calls this Wu Wei, often translated as non-doing. But Wu Wei doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing only what is natural. Moving in harmony with the current instead of swimming upstream. Think of how a river flows. It doesn't rush, it doesn't compete. And yet, it always finds its way to the sea. It knows, without knowing. It moves, without effort. That is Wu Wei. When we live this way, life stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a dance. We still act, but our actions come from alignment, not anxiety. We still move forward, but we do so with ease. Have you ever been in a moment where everything just clicks? Where time slows down? And you move effortlessly? As if something greater is guiding you. That's what the modern world calls a flow state. But the Taoists understood it thousands of years ago. The moment when you stop forcing, and simply are. Lao Tzu wrote, "When nothing is done, nothing is left undone." At first, it sounds like a riddle. But look closer. He's pointing to a truth about balance. When we stop trying to control everything, things naturally fall into place. When we trust the current, life has a way of carrying us exactly where we need to be. There's a story of a man who fell into a raging river. People thought he would drown. But he emerged unharmed far downstream. When asked how he survived, he said, "I went with the flow. I let the water take me." That's the wisdom of Wu Wei. To move with the tide, not fight against it. But flowing with life doesn't mean being passive. It means being attuned. It means acting when the moment calls for action. And resting when it calls for stillness. It means trusting that the universe knows its rhythm. And you are part of that rhythm. Look at nature. Does the flower try to bloom faster? Does the tree try to stretch beyond its roots? No. Everything unfolds in its own time. Quietly, gracefully, perfectly. When you stop forcing outcomes, you start to notice how naturally things begin to align. Opportunities appear when you're not chasing them. Answers come when you stop demanding them. The right people, the right timing, the right path. They reveal themselves when you stop trying so hard to control. Wu Wei is a deep trust. A knowing that you don't need to make life happen. You simply need to let it happen through you. Lao Tzu said, "Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear?" That's what it means to flow. You wait. You breathe. You allow. And in that stillness, the way becomes visible. Sometimes, we think letting go means giving up. But in Taoism, letting go means aligning. Aligning with the natural course of things. So that your energy is spent wisely. Your mind is calm. And your actions are precise. Imagine trying to row a boat against a powerful current. You'll tire yourself quickly, but if you turn the boat around and let the river carry you, suddenly the same current becomes your ally. That's how Wu Wei feels. Effortless, peaceful, alive. So the next time life feels heavy, ask yourself, am I swimming upstream? Am I resisting what already is? Or can I soften, breathe, and allow life to move me where I need to go? Because maybe the universe doesn't need your control. It needs your cooperation. Flow like water. Be gentle, but unyielding. Be soft, but unstoppable. Remember that your strength is not in force, but in your ability to bend without breaking. The Tao isn't somewhere to reach. It's the current already carrying you. And when you finally stop fighting it, you realize you were never separate from it at all. So, let yourself flow. Let life move through you. Let stillness guide your steps. You are water. Quiet, deep, unstoppable. And when you live in harmony with the flow, you don't just move through life. Life moves beautifully through you.